Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your August 2026 tarot card reading. We're going to get started with our oracle card to see what type of energy you're moving into. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Yes, you can. That's a positive message. All right, we're going to jump in and see what tarot has to say. Cancer for August, messages and guidance. King of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Excuse me. All right. So, we have some endings here, and they're quite of a mixed bag. Well, the Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, I'm loving that. I'm loving that because that is abundant energy, right? It's emotional, financial, spiritual. This is you in your environment, in your neighborhood, in your city, and this is legacy wealth, and I am loving that for you. We'll talk more about it, but it goes with the Ten of Cups too, because the Ten of Cups talks about that happily ever after, and of course, the perfect scenario is having enough money to live comfortably, take care of your home and your family, for generations, with kids with college and all that stuff. But it's really about, taking the time to enjoy your fruits of your labor, getting out and meeting, the other people in your local environment and networking with people and sharing stories and experiences and just, living life purposefully. I like that a lot. And I have to point out the Ten of Swords because, boy, there's like some sharp ending here happening for you, Cancer, and then all of a sudden it's turned around. And you're going to start to realize what you've been missing by holding on to this energy, by dragging it around with you, because this is older energy. This isn't something, that just kind of happened. This is 10 swords. That's a long time. It's not one or two and somebody did something to hurt your feelings or betray you or whatever. This is a longer story is what I mean to say. And I think even when things are over, we have a tendency to drag around the story with us. And as soon as you release that story and start writing a new one, a new narrative, one that's exciting and one that is really more in line with who you are, that's when the road opens up. That's when the opportunities start to flow in. You're overcoming these obstacles. That's definitely something that you have to at least focus on. Whatever remnant is, get rid of it. Now let's talk a little bit about that Ten of Pentacles. So the Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury and a solar eclipse are all in your second house of earned income. That's a lot of energy in your money house, which is fantastic. This is bold, optimistic, abundant energy. And this is coming in with a lot of passion. Look at this, the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. Of course, cups are passionate and loving. This is big moments for breakthroughs for you. Now, let's talk about the King of Swords, starts our story. Swords come in and they do offer us opportunities. They do bring in some clarity. They bring in some information. And that's something you've been waiting on, Cancer. You've been waiting to learn something here. And for you, I think it was waiting to, something legal, perhaps, because swords represent legal matters, professional matters. It could be a job. It could be some type of organization, whatever that is for you, you've been waiting for it. And when it comes in, that's when you realize. That's when the pieces, I was going to say fall together or fall apart. And you have to, honor that. It is falling apart. And now that you understand this next step for you, you can embrace this new opportunity that's coming in that's going to set you up. I also want to say that Mars coming in to your first house, August 11th, is going to give you the power. It's going to give you the energy. I love Knight of Wands energy, and I always attribute this to Aries power, fire sign, and just action. Get things going. Let's move things forward. Of course, Mars is the ruler there. So you're going to feel empowered. You're going to feel optimistic. You're going to feel bold, and you're going to start to take chances. And when you start to take chances, that's when things happen for you, because you're not just doing the same thing, wishing for some different results. So I do think that this moment, you're going to have to pause for something. So the Hanged Man represents Pisces. It's Neptunian power, and that is retrograde, by the way, in Aries at the moment. And I shouldn't say moment, because Neptune's slow moving. But so when we see these big signs, these big major arcana cards that are represented by our planets, there's a correlation there. So you're going back and you're reviewing something. You're reviewing some of your plans over here, and you're given this an opportunity. So even though Mars wants to go, pedal to the metal, it's okay, because Mars is in your first sign, but he's learning how to work with Neptune, who's in his sign, and it's retrograde right now. So you will have a moment to go back to the drawing board, to go back to your plans, and to put them in proper order, to definitely get everything lined up, because the lunar eclipse is in Pisces, by the way, which is the ruler of Neptune. And it's in your ninth house of travel and adventure and excitement. And that's Jupiter's house, the ninth house. And guess what? That's what the Knight of Wands is. You are ready. You are ready for this next chapter. You are ready to go on an adventure. And you're going to go over new ground. That's what the Knight of Wands represents. So it can mean travel, and it oftentimes does. And it encourages far away places, though. Things where you're not comfortable, you know what I mean? Not the town next door to your city. It's like, put some miles between your comfort, and get out of your routines. When you break your routines, all of these things just kind of pop up, and you're like, oh, look at that, because you're not busy. Your mind isn't working in overdrive saying, okay, I've got this much time to pick up the kids from school or to get back to work or whatever that is for you. You're not dealing with that. You are dealing with new, fresh, exciting energy that's pushing you definitely out of your comfort zone and asking you. Now, that could be join a group, join a book club, take a cooking class, in Italy, whatever that is for you. Open up your mind and your heart and see what flows in, because the universe is getting ready to flow a few things in. And this Page of Cups, it's heart-centered. So you're going to be delighted with this new introduction, this new book, this new something is going to come in that's going to feed into this happily ever after for you. Happy family. Happy family. Yeah, look at that. That's all you need to know. You've got this. Hope it resonates. If it has, please like, share, and subscribe. Wishing you balance, peace, and harmony. Take care.